Forget the leaderboard wars for a second. The single most useful coding agent change in 2026 wasn't a bigger model. It was teaching the agent to think before it touches a file. GitHub Copilot's Plan Agent, shipped in the May 2026 VS update, and OpenAI Codex Goal Mode, generally available May 21st, both lean on this. Over the next few minutes, we'll unpack the plan then build pattern, how each tool implements it, and why it cuts wasted edits. Let us start with the core idea behind how to implement plan then build coding agents. Here are the essentials of how to implement plan then build coding agents in plain language, what it is and why it was introduced. GitHub Copilot's Plan Agent, in the May 2026 VS update, browses your codebase read-only and asks clarifying questions about scope before writing a single line. Nothing gets edited during this discovery phase, which keeps ambiguous tasks from going sideways. Plan Agent writes its reasoning to an editable markdown file at .copilot.plans/plan-title.md. You review and rewrite it like any document, then click Implement Plan to hand off execution to agent mode. OpenAI Codex Goal Mode, generally available May 21st, 2026, takes a persistent objective and cycles through plan, act, test, and review until that goal is met, rather than treating your prompt as a one-shot instruction. The shared pattern splits a read-only planning phase, where the agent clarifies scope and drafts a reviewable artifact, from execution. Only after the plan exists does the agent get permission to modify your code. Now let us look at why how to implement plan then build coding agents matters in practice. Here is where how to implement plan then build coding agents shows up in real products, teams, and decisions. Our take: the breakthrough here is the artifact. A version plan file is something a human can actually critique before damage happens. We treat that markdown plan as a first-class review surface, the same way we treat a pull request. We read this less as speed and more as risk control. Catching a misunderstood requirement in a plan costs seconds. Catching it after the agent rewrote 12 files costs an afternoon. The value compounds on bigger, fuzzier tasks. Be honest about overhead. For a one-line fix, forcing a clarifying plan loop is friction. We'd reserve plan then build for ambiguous, multi-file work and let small changes go straight to execution. The thing to watch: do those plan files get maintained or rot in a folder nobody reads? If teams version and reuse them, this becomes real engineering hygiene. If not, it's just ceremony before the same autonomous edits. Let us recap the key takeaways on how to implement plan then build coding agents and what to do next. The core pattern separates a read-only planning phase from code execution. The agent clarifies scope and drafts a reviewable artifact before it earns permission to edit anything. GitHub Copilot's Plan Agent, from the May 2026 VS update, explores read-only, asks questions, and saves an editable plan under .copilot/plans before you click Implement Plan. OpenAI Codex Goal Mode, generally available May 21st, 2026, loops plan, act, test, and review against a standing goal instead of treating each prompt as a disposable instruction. Putting a reviewable plan in front of execution reduces autonomous edits on unclear tasks. We'd apply it where ambiguity is high and skip it on small, well-defined changes. If the plan then build pattern clicked for you, that's exactly the kind of practical, build-it-yourself thinking we go deep on at Standarity.com. Head over for hands-on courses and guides. Subscribe so the next agent breakdown lands in your feed, and we'll see you in the following one.